I'm going to mess your whole week up. Another reason why I was late to work on Monday was my dang door latch would not close. I thought there was ice in the door latch. It's got so cold, like it got jammed up. So I'd take a screwdriver and knock that hook back up. Dude, I was getting so mad. Hey guys, I'm Josh Brown.
And I'm Jordan Stevens.
And you're watching the Cars and Health Bars podcast. Let's get right into the episode. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Cars and Health Bars. Today is January 30th, 2026. Big thanks to our sponsors, Chemical Guys, Steel Series, CJ Pony Parts, Blackout Coffee, Badass Extension Cords, and Speedway Motors for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. I've got your random gaming fact for you, coming at you with a Call of Duty fact. World at War, Nazi zombies were never supposed to exist. It was built by a tiny Treyarch team after hours, basically as a joke for beating the campaign. No budget, no market plan, no future in mind. Comment if you didn't know that. I did not.
I actually didn't know that one. Which I think if you're a big Zombies fan, right, you in the lore, you know.
Yeah. That's it's funny too because they kind of continued to do that with like Black Ops 3, being able to play the whole campaign with zombies instead of enemies. Like that's really cool.
Yeah, I thought it was cool because like you beat the game, right? And like this is like 12-year-old me beats, maybe not even 12, like 10-year-old me beats World at War, and then I'm like, what is going on here, bro? Scaring me.
Yeah,
Wasn't ready.
Yeah. That just sounds like something, Call of Duty wasn't quite the franchise it was today back at World at War. So it's just like, it's so believable that there was just some ragtag group, like after hour employees, just like making something happen.
That was
sounds like something.
It was the second new gen Call of Duty, with like create a class and perks and kill streaks, which you couldn't have customized them. But yeah, World at War was a banger. Especially the campaign, man.
Classic, dude. It's still like, we talk about like games not standing up to like today's standards, man. That's easy to slip into, man.
Yeah,
like
I think I could go replay that campaign like 2 or 3 times and not get bored of it, dude. It is. I think it might be my favorite of all time. I ain't even exaggerating. That or Black Ops 1.
Yeah, speaking about like old games and stuff, I know we're kind of top of the show here, but this big ice storm swept across like this like south central United States. I don't know where all it hit besides us. I just know we got freaking hammered. But like, man, I cracked out the old Nintendo DS. I was playing some Legend of Zelda or the Phantom Hourglass. Oh man, dude, it didn't take no time for me just to like slip back into being a little kid. Like, You think about that screen. I mean, you got 2 screens the size of a calculator. You'd think like that just bug you. We're so used to like huge monitors. Like, no, dude. Like your brain just focuses in on that little calculator screen, and it's just like, oh my god, dude, I slipped right in.
I feel like that's every kid had a DS or like, I had a PSP. I really played the crap out of.
Dude, tell me how I haven't touched this thing in 10 years or more. I flip that thing's power switch and it's just ready to rock, brother.
That's a DS, brother.
They don't make them like they used to, bro.
Nah, it's like, oh, you put me away for 10 years in the cold. Yeah, no problem, dog.
It was on like the battery indicator showed red like the whole time. I got through like I think 2 hours of gameplay before it finally died, and I was like, all right. If that thing been fully charged, it probably lasted me. I'd probably still be playing it right now, dude.
Yes, sir.
I was having a ball. But yeah, man, like I'm a little envious that the storm didn't get you too. But I'm thankful, man, because I've been without power for I think close to 40 hours without power continuously. I think my house got down to like 41 degrees. It was pretty brutal. Unfortunately, killed my daughter's fish because it got so cold in here. Yeah, like homie was frozen. Like my fish tank was big enough to not get to that temperature, but like, man, it's bad whenever you got pets dying, dude. Like,
yeah,
it's unfortunately, friend of the show, Isaac, he still don't have power. Like, man, it's he's going on 48 hours now. Like, it's insane, man. If you are one of the ones that was affected by this ice storm, I feel for you, man. Jordan didn't get the power aspect of it, but I mean, you haven't been able to travel in several days, so I mean, you got affected differently. It's been, man, this has been a they talked about it being a storm that we were going to talk about for years to come, and I feel like I was one of those people that were kind of doubting it, especially Saturday came around. It was like, where this big storm at? Come
Yeah.
on, like is this all you got? And like, wake up call Sunday, here I am, here's Johnny, like I'm gonna mess your whole week up, like right here at the start. Yeah, it's been crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's a good time for the car guys to go out and rip around. I've done my fair share of donuts in my truck. Outside of the hour it took to get it out from the driveway.
I said it today, and I don't feel like I'm exaggerating. If somebody came up to me today and offered me 10 G's for the Regal, I don't think I'd take it, dude. That car has more than proven itself. I mean, it has been the most reliable car I feel like I've owned in such a short amount of time. Like, it's drove us to Indy. It's drove like phenomenally in the snow. Granted, we put brand new tires on it and brakes, but like, man, this thing being front wheel drive, no traction control, I feel like I feel unstoppable, dude. I had one little instance, like I was coming out of my intersection onto the main road, and I live kind of on a highway that's not super cared for. Well, it was like the first morning after a storm. It was Monday morning, and I was coming up to it, and I haven't really had much experience on ice. We don't get a lot in South Central Kentucky. I mean, if we do, it's like for a week or so. Man, I hit my brakes at like 30 miles an hour, and I went sliding, and I'm like, I was going towards an intersection. I'm like trying, like at least turn the car sideways so I lose some momentum. Well, that ended up making me do a 180, and it spit me back out the opposite direction where I came from. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go back to a parking lot and try her again, just a little slower. And sure enough, it made it. I mean, that's the only issue I've had, and I've been driving in it. I've drove in it every single day. Yeah, even Sunday. I just didn't get on the road Sunday. I was kind of in my yard just getting a feel for it. But man, I'm impressed. Front wheel drives, like that's where it's at. If you don't have all wheel, of course. But if you got a rear wheel drive truck that doesn't have 4-wheel drive, you might as well just that thing is useless in this kind of weather. Yeah, that's right. Yours is 4-wheel drive. Man,
underpowered.
I got a coworker with it's not a brand new, but it's like a 17 Colorado rear wheel drive. Oh my god, dude, that thing didn't stand a chance. That thing gets stuck in a like mud hole.
I got some wood in the bed. Load her down.
So today was your first day getting out, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, I drove Saturday. I worked, and we took the golf carts out at work after everything was done and played in them in the snow.
Yeah.
I played in the truck, but yeah, I just stayed home. I ain't trying to get nothing broke or damaged.
Yeah. It's very risky. I mean, my day job unfortunately didn't have any man, that they're just crazy. They're crazy out there, man. But yeah, I did go to work. It was a good time, but if I would say, if you're one of those people, Brian Kimball said it best. If you're one of those people that is asking how the road is, you probably just shouldn't be on the road. If you're already skeptical of the road condition, then I just don't know. I mean, how do you feel about that?
If you want to get out, you'll get out.
That's fair. Yeah. Is it me being a bad driver, or me being like, I pre-planning, but like in my mind the whole time I'm driving, I'm like, if I go off the road, I think this is an okay spot to go off. I feel like I'm constantly planning which side of the road would be the best spot to go off if I'm going to go off.
Nah, you got to have confidence, Bubba. You just go full speed at that corner.
Oh my God.
No backup plan. This is the plan.
That's, man, it's so crazy because like Brian Kimball was just ripping the 1,000 horsepower Camaro this whole time, dude. He was that just goes to show he is a seasoned professional in this kind of.
Good. We need more people like that. I was out in my Camaro every year when it snowed. I ain't stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, you ain't wrong. Let's get into some cars topics here. So while we were gone on our little hiatus, we missed last week. Just had too much going on. But last week we had some crazy news, man. The Corvette Grand Sport was like, I think it's been rumored, but I feel like it's safe to say it's almost gonna happen. The Grand Sport, I feel like, is the final package that Corvette has yet to unveil. But from what it sounds like, we're going to be getting a traditional GM 6 Gen V8 paired with a 6 speed, 6 or 7 speed. We don't know, but we do know it's going to be a manual Tremec transmission. So we're starting to see some root GM powertrain in this Corvette. And man, what do you think about it being a mid-engine setup with that sort of powertrain?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly how they're. I mean, I do, but I don't. Right? It's going to be similar to any Ferrari or most rear engine, performance oriented cars. It's going to have some kind of transaxle back there, but will be kind of interesting to see the clutch, and I don't know. I mean, what do you think it's going to handle out the box? You think the clutch is going to be rated for much power? I don't know. I mean, could they put one that holds up to like, oh, I want to throw a supercharger on my car, So
Right.
I mean, I'm sure the trans will hold the power. It's just what about the clutch? Because that's something that I've seen with the S650s with the MT82.
Mm-hmm.
If we throw a Roush charger on them, they do not hold up. They smoke the clutches.
Yeah.
So
I do like the idea. From what we've heard too, is the V8 that's going to be in it is going to be a 409 cubic inch, which is a 6.7. So that's exciting to see. No talk of power adders yet, but I mean, man, what's to hate about a decently big cubic inch V8 naturally aspirated? I
yeah,
mean, that
that's
thing's
always been the grand sport. Is the good V8, which that displacement is like, what are they doing to get that displacement? Is this like
board and stroke deal?
It's probably stroked. I don't know about board. I mean,
Yeah.
what block could they be taking to 6.7? It's
True.
probably not a 6.6. So is it a 6.2 that we're? I guess a 6.2, but I think a base 6.2 with a 4-inch crank is a 6.8. So I'm not sure how they're getting that.
Either way, well, was the C7 Grand Sport was the 7 liter, wasn't it?
No,
No.
6.2.
Okay.
7-liter was Z06 on the C6.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
And then Fitchin Z28. That's the only two cars for that. The Grand Sport wasn't in the C5. It was in the C4. It wasn't nothing like crazy special. It's kind of a package you didn't see until the C6. And I don't know about you, but I never see a lot of those. So yeah, I'm a Grand Sport fan though when it comes to the C7. Like, it's almost the Z06. It's so close, but it ain't.
Yeah.
But, it's a good start.
We're jumping a lot of cubes too, because what's the engine that's in the C8 now is a 5.5 liter, isn't it?
The base model is a 6.2. So.
Oh, is it a 6.2? And I thought the supercharged version was, or the turbo version was a 5.5.
Yeah, that's the Z06 engine, but this is going to be probably a 6.2 block if I had to imagine, unless they're doing something we haven't seen.
Man, that thing with a nasty cam, that's going to be a fun car, dude.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Is like just a cam C8 Grand Sport. I don't know what else you need. I mean, the car's already going to handle so well.
You got to love how, like, just free willy GM is going with this Corvette. Like, man, it wasn't enough for them to, go rear engine, flip the script. And then they go with the turbos, the twin turbos. And then they go with the ZR1, or the E-Ray with the dual engine, the electric and the gas engine. And now we're seeing a big cubic inch V8 traditional. Like, I feel like this is the one thing that the Corvette enthusiast was like crying about, was like, they don't like the flat plane V8. It's not what they're used to. Now they're getting their market settled because they're getting their traditional V8 and they're getting their stick in one package. I feel like there's going to be a lot of base model C8s getting ready to hit the market whenever this Grand Sport hits.
Maybe. I mean, I think a base model C8 is still a good car. You got 6.2, LT2, it's a great performer. All it needs is a little work. So, maybe keep your eyes out on that if you want to enter that market, it might be a good time.
I will say it's going to be hard to dethrone a C6 and C7 for me, but I will say the C8 is kind of growing on me a little bit, especially the ZR1 with the big wing. That car looks great with a big wing.
Yeah, I mean, the C8 platform is going to be hard to beat, you know. I mean,
Yeah,
for the price to performance.
yeah,
Like,
for sure.
like you can go get a GT 500 or 350, and I don't know about 350 being as close, but the 500 would definitely hurt a stock C8. But it's still such a great price to performance ratio. I don't think it would be, you know, as cheap as they are. I don't feel like they're bad buys. So people not liking the C8s kind of blows my mind.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it just has to do with the growing pains of them changing the platform so heavily with going rear engine. Plus, I mean, we'd be lying to say that they didn't kind of take on a foreign look as far as the body goes, because I mean, it definitely resembles more of a foreign car than a traditional Corvette would.
Yeah, the only disgrunt I could see people having with it is working on it yourself is definitely not as
Oh,
easy as of a front engine, right? I mean,
1000%.
you know, access some stuff. I don't, you know, I haven't got to put my hands on one, but it doesn't look like awful to do some things. But then I've seen engine coolant temp sensor takes like 12 hours, according to the book, on
What?
one. It's like, brother, that's something that could go out on any car. So, you know, it's
Yeah,
like, if you're not mechanically inclined, that's the price of maintenance on that car is definitely higher than previous Corvettes, is the only thing.
yeah. Man, that's insane. That's like that is a Oh, that's rough. I mean, I've seen you drop the subframe on a Corvette relatively quickly, but to do that for something as simple as like you said, a coolant temp sensor,
Yeah, they
that's
didn't drop the
crazy.
subframe on it. They just, you know how the air oil separator is like a big tank, almost like a big
Uh huh.
looking reservoir on it. You got to take it off and take some heat shielding by the firewall loose, and it looks like a pain, brother. It looks
Yeah, a
very
lot of
difficult.
digging for a simple part.
Yeah, it looks like just not a fun time.
Yeah. Speaking on new stuff, I want to know what you think about, we knew that GM was getting approved for the 6th gen small block. We talked about it about a year ago whenever we first found out. But we're starting to get some more information about it. I mean, what are your thoughts on it so far? I mean, obviously we're going to be getting a 6th gen block inside of this Corvette, but now they're talking about getting them in the trucks. I mean, this very well could be our last GM V8. I mean, it's almost more than possible. It's probably the truth.
I don't think they're gonna kill off the V8. You know, I mean
You don't think so?
they spent what $1 billion on this
A lot.
generation, and
Yeah.
we don't have the capacity to outdo the diesels and bigger displacement gas engines for consistency with an electric. So I don't see them ending it even after this generation. I think trucks are primarily going to be a V8 V6 platform.
Yeah.
Uh,
They do torque's the main thing with those.
yeah,
So
and that's why you see more V6s in trucks now. Is they still have a great torque curve and do well at the higher RPM range. And I feel like the V8's almost like you don't even need them on most of these cars nowadays. It's just preference.
yeah.
But
And it
yes,
just consumes more fuel too.
going back to the 6th gen small block though is I did see that they have patented a rocker disconnect for the valves.
Yeah.
So pretty much just like Ford with the Gen 4 5.0. And working at a dealer, I can say I've seen zero failures out of that setup from Ford.
Good.
I don't think GM's going to have many issues with this. I mean, surely they have dialed in their cylinder deactivation or whatever they want to
You would
call it.
think, dude, after the first round in like 2012 through 14, with as much problem as they had with AFM and DOD, man, you'd think they'd have her dialed in this time around, because that was insane. I feel like every GM was just, I mean, it was like the 4L60 all over again. It was just like, it's not a matter of when, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on how lucky you are halfway. Like some trucks I've seen go
Yeah.
200,000, no AFM issues, and then You got some dude with a Camaro at 60K needing lifters. It's like, brother, I don't know what's better. I mean, the lifter going out early just means you put a cam in it. So be grateful
Hmm.
for that.
Yeah. That was the main takeaway I had from seeing the six gen small blocks was that they were really overhauling that deactivation, and that made me happy seeing that, like you said, GM's just had so many problems in the past. Hopefully they have it dialed in this time and they figured something out. It's I'm sure there's going to be fanboys out there from Ford saying, "Oh, they copied us again," or "They copied us," whatever. Like, dude,
Brother,
come
it's
on.
it's not a copy thing. It's Ford might have done it first with domestic, but that doesn't mean that this design wasn't in place well before. Like people have come up with many. Ford copies people all the time too. It's not like anyone's copying anyone. It's just people do what works
Yeah.
or what's most cost effective. So, the brand stuff just blows my mind. It's like it's not like the engineers are that different. They're going to take something that already exists and make it work for what they got.
Yeah. Speaking on that, like I finally watched a movie that I don't know if you've seen it or not, but everybody's been on me about
I've
watching
seen it.
Ford versus Ferrari. Man, what a gem of a movie. I wished I'd watched it so much sooner. You talk about brand on brand, that's a killer movie, dude. Like I highly recommend. I'm not a big movie guy, I'll admit. Like Jordan's probably told me to watch 30 movies and I might have watched two of them. Like the main way he knows I'm gonna watch a movie is if I sit down and watch it with him. That's like the only way he can make me watch stuff because I'm just like really bad about that. But man, I was doing myself a disservice because Ford versus Ferrari was a amazing movie. Man, it's like that being a true story too. Like if you ever wanted to know the origin of like Shelby, the Cobra, Ford, like Lamont, like that is all of that. That movie is just like a package deal, and I didn't know that I was going to get to learn about Ford and Shelby during that movie too. So that was like an extra little. I had no idea what I was going into watching this movie. I didn't know if it was going to be like, I just had no idea. And it was like so much more than what I could have ever expected, man. And it being a true story just made it so much better.
Yeah, you know, Carol Shelby is a very interesting character. I really like how they depicted him. I think it's a pretty realistic way of how he would have been.
Yeah.
And going back from him being in World War II and just that's the birth of hot rodding. World War II just really changed the game. Like we started using nitrous and superchargers.
Yeah.
It's if you don't know Shelby's kind of past, they're I think Donut has one of the best videos talking about Carol Shelby I've seen. That's one of the best ones to watch. I could
I'm gonna have
recommend.
to watch it tomorrow. That's what I wish there was. I wish there was another movie just all about Shelby up into him owning that, race shop or that car design shop.
Yeah, I believe his dad was. I might be thinking of the wrong person. I thought it was. No, I'm thinking of Dale Earnhardt. His dad actually won the first Daytona 500.
Wow. Dude, I had to look it up too because in that movie, I won't spoil it, but like somebody has an unfortunate event, and I had to look that up, and like it actually happened, like the exact same way they had it in the movie. I was like, dude, whoa, it's like insane, man. Like I can't recommend that enough. If you're sitting around waiting for the gaming topic, like man, this is a car movie through and through, but like you don't have to be like a gearhead to enjoy this movie. Like if you know anything about just like American racing and like just I don't know, like just being American, like it just makes you feel American in the movie because it's like the whole movie is based on like Ford beating Ferrari, like an American down home beating these these old European cars. It's like
Yeah.
man, get your American blood pumping.
How do you not like a Ford GT?
How do you not like a Ford GT, man? Like, I just don't know. I felt like, dude, I'm not sure if I told you this or not, but like, another reason why I was late to work on Monday was my dang door latch would not close. Like, I thought there was ice in the door latch. No, it's just like it got so cold, like it got jammed up. So I'd take a screwdriver and knock that hook back up.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I was getting so mad. I felt like I was acting like that guy whenever he first starts Le Mans. I was
Yeah.
like beating on my door with a hammer. I'm like, shut.
Hmm.
I was getting so mad, dude. I was cold. Like being cold and mad just don't mix. Stuff usually gets broken.
Being
Anyways,
mad don't fix.
it don't fix. But yeah, I highly recommend that movie to anybody watching. We're not getting paid by nobody. Just go watch that dang movie. It's on Netflix. One more thing on the Cars topic. We were supposed to have a guest this episode. I don't like announcing guests before they actually come on, but I mean, it sounds like it's gonna happen. We were fortunate enough to watch a seminar at PRI about he runs an organization called Get in the Stands. It's huge, great message. I mean, he spreads the message of getting people, spectators into these grassroots racing stands, whether it be circle track, drag racing, autocross, whatever. So I really respect that, man, because we see it all the time: drag strips getting torn down, racetracks getting sold, and it's a great message. And I'm just like, I feel so honored to have him on our show to continue to spread that message and to you guys. And I've got a lot of interesting questions for him. I think he's going to be a great guest to have on.
For sure. I mean, I think anyone in our industry can respect trying to have a little more back and forth with the audience too, like your spectators. I think that's something he brought up that I really liked.
Yeah, because it's not just about the racers. I mean, it's about the people that are coming and watching.
A little bit of interaction with the community goes a long way.
I mean, that's how it gets started. Going with your dad, your grandpa, your mom, dad, whoever to a racetrack. I mean, that's how that seed gets planted.
Yeah.
And that's why I've been on Marketplace looking for junior tracks. I'm just
There you go.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to throw it to our Cars topic. We'll be right back with you after this ad break. I want to thank Blackout Coffee for sponsoring this episode of the Cars and Health Bars podcast. As you know, I work a blue-collar job just like most of you all do, and I need me a cup of joe to get me started first thing in the morning. I always like to hit some of this dark roast, brother. It puts hair on your chest, gets you good and woke up. And hey, if you got a wife like mine that loves some coffee, they've also got flavored coffee options such as jelly donut, salted mocha, cinnamon French toast. Look at the ratings on that, brother. Almost 1,500 5-star reviews. I've been drinking some of that good dark roast to get me started. And hey, they've even got instant coffee. We've all been there running late for work. Grab you one of these and dump it in your water bottle. You got coffee on the go. I want to again thank Blackout Coffee for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. Go on over, support our sponsors, support our troops. Good old America. Get you a cup of Blackout Coffee, brother. Our first sponsor today, of course, you know them, you love them, Chemical Guys. They have the best car care products in the game. Of course, my favorite products here, you got the starter kits. I highly recommend the starter kits to any of our listeners because it is the greatest way to get a bulk amount of products. It's just the best bang for your buck. Even the mini arsenal, it comes with everything you need. It's got the honeydew soap, it's got the spray wax, it's got the bucket, the foam cannon, it's got everything you need. Cars 10 site-wide for 10% off your order. And our next sponsor today is Badass Extension Cords. They've got some of the highest quality extension cords in the game here. Got their outdoor extension cords pulled up. What I really like about them is they have all these customizable colors that you can do, and you can even have unique writing on them to make them say whatever you want to. They've got the 50-foot pro cable with 6 outlets going along the whole entire cord. These cords are some of the highest quality that you have around. You need some of these in your shop. Even the indoor ones, they go all the way up to 100 foot. They go all the way down to 25 foot. Why not pick up a badass extension cord for your shop so you can make sure that you do not lack anything whenever it comes to working on your project? You need that for those power tools. You know you do. That being said, guys, head on over to Badass Extension Cords, pick you up a cord, and use our affiliate link so they know we sent you. I want to thank Speedway Motors for sponsoring the podcast. One of my favorite parts, wiring harness. They have a DIY wiring harness, so if you are not that good at wiring, they have a full kit that is a universal. You just pick what circuit you want. It is as simple as you get it. They have a lot of parts for your older cars. It's hard to beat these deals. Some of the best prices, that's always what I've known them for, is the really good prices, the really good quality. So yeah, guys, hop on over there, see if they've got something for your build, and use our affiliate link so they know that we sent you. And with that being said, guys, let's get right back into the topic. Thank you guys so much for sitting through our ad read. Get you some Blackout Coffee. It is cold out there, fellers. Get yourself warmed up and get you a cup of joe. I know I'll be having mine hopefully next week. So a little bit on that. All right, so our gaming topic, another big news segment here for you all. Xbox developer event happened a couple weeks ago now. I don't know. Like I said, we missed an episode, so my timeline's a little bit off. So we learned a lot about upcoming titles coming to Xbox, and a lot of news was shared. Forza 6 was almost like fully announced. We're getting it sometime in May, and what's really awesome about it is it's going to be day one Game Pass, dude. How exciting is that?
Nice. That's gonna have a big community behind it.
Yeah, set in Japan, as we all pretty much knew. Gonna have like 500, over 500 cars at launch. Like, I don't know how much Forza usually has. I'm not the biggest Forza guy. I know you are, so you can maybe speak on that a little bit more
Definitely
than
not
I
500.
can. Definitely not. I'm excited, man. It feels like they're making it sound like the world is just going to be ginormous. Like, you're going to be able to explore like not only the cities of like Tokyo, but like the also the farm country and out where you kind of it was kind of reminiscent of like the Dragon, like all those like bendy curves and the cherry blossom trees.
Yeah, sounds like a Forza game for sure. Got some city and urban area, and then you got some country driving too.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hop on there. I did enjoy what was that last? What's that one that me and you played? Like Horizon.
I don't know.
Me and you played one that's one of the newer ones, and I'll say I really enjoyed it. But I was so dang late to the game. Like, you done had like crazy cars, and like it's gonna be cool to kind of get in at the ground level because I've always been kind of late to Forza, so and I've always been a Need for Speed head, so being able to have access to Forza without having to, like I've got Game Pass, so it's not free, but I mean day one, that's pretty exciting. I'm definitely gonna have to try it out. I mean, I'd be wasting my money otherwise. I mean, I'm sure people who don't have Game Passes pre-ordered this already.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if quite a few people did, since it's the last Forza title or
Is it really?
Horizon title, I guess.
Are they gonna go back to not open world?
I don't know. I just know they're saying it's the
Oh
last
man,
Horizon,
that'd be really upsetting. I
or at
feel like
least
that's
that's what
like
I've heard. I don't know if they've been. I thought they announced it.
I didn't hear anything about it, but I got to the stream a little bit late, so I didn't hear a lot of the beginning of Forza. So, man, that's really upsetting because I feel like that's what people like me, who's a big Need for Speed players. That's what kind of brings us over to that team, is the open aspect of it, because straight racing from one track to the other is it gets a little, I don't know, it just kind of takes a little bit of the driving out of it. That's kind of what I mean. Some people can say it's tedious, but at the same time, it's kind of cool just to like cruise out with your homies, like kind of like you're in real life, but game.
I just be drifting all the time.
I remember that specifically. Like, you're like, "Hey, follow me." Like, we're just going up to the top of a mountain so we can drift our way all the way down. I remember that specifically.
Yeah, that's all I ever be doing on Forza. I might be doing a little drag, but that ain't my cup of tea. I do like hill climb too. Like, I like to go up the mountain, C5, spec'd out.
Yeah, did you like try to make Busby's car?
Yeah, I made it pretty much T for T as much as I could.
That is too cool, dude. One other game that was announced, and man, to say I wasn't like just losing my mind screaming the whole time would be an understatement. But the game Fable, it's might be a deep cut for some people. It's one of those games where I feel like I was one of the only people that played it, and then I tell somebody about it, and they're like, "Of course I played it." So, like, I mean, did you ever play Fable any?
No, I didn't. I had some friends who did. Uh, I've seen this. I'm pretty excited for it.
Man, Fable, I just don't even know how to describe it. It's just like it's not, it's kind of hard to take it serious. It's got a lot of like weird British
Yeah.
humor in it the whole time, which makes it so much like better in my opinion. Like it's so many games in a game, because like, yeah, you're like a hero of like the world, but like there's this whole other life you can live. Like, you can own, from what it sounds like, you can own any building in the whole town, and you can rent it out to like the people there, charge them rent, and you could basically play like tycoon game within this game, like become like rich as all get out, and also do that. Like, you could get married, have kids, which you've been able to do that in most all the Fables, but like, man, it's like a life simulator, man. I love it. Like, I've always been such a big fan of the Fable games. The only thing that's kind of got me a little bit afraid is the original devs, Lionhead Studio, did not make this Fable game. This Fable game was actually made by the same creators of Forza.
I heard that.
So
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know, man. I'm a little scared because this is also their first RPG they've ever made, and that's a big left turn from making racing games, let me just tell you. So from everything I've seen and heard at this Xbox game dev event, it seems like they've done it justice. It looks just like the old Fables were, but like way better graphics. I'm excited. It seems like they've done it justice, but only time will tell.
Can I be Walter White and make a meth empire?
I think meth is a little ahead of Fable's time, but you could do a lot there.
All right, maybe run an empire.
The decisions you have to make on Fable 2 or 3, I remember specifically, like you become king at some point, and like you got to make like some serious decisions. Like you, along the way, you've made all these promises to like the townsfolk, like I'm not gonna make all these factories, and I'm not gonna make like children work and everything like that. And like you got to make these decisions that either like ruin the economy, and like keep your promise, or like kill your promise and like grow the economy. Like,
the only thing I'm promising is yes, there will be child labor, and yes, you are voluntold to participate.
Voluntold. My God. I remember me and Logan used to play this game together all the time, and like Logan would be like, should I make the kids work? And I'm like, Logan, shoe building builds character. Oh, it's so like the people shame you in town. They're like, you're so terrible. You left your promise. Like, top to my gold. Yeah. No care in the world.
Yeah. Okay, and
I'm going to my castle. Why don't you go crawl under a bridge or something?
Go back into your little shack.
Man, if the new Fable's anything like the old ones, and it makes me so sad because like I could probably get an emulator and play the old Fables, but like, man, that's the only game that I found that's not on Steam. Like you can play like the very first Fable, it's like an anniversary edition on Steam. But in my opinion, I played Fable 1, but I did not become attached to it. I just wasn't that invested into the franchise. But 2 and 3, man, I'd just about go fire my old Xbox up just to play it like one more time. But man, I'm excited. And it's supposed to come like autumn this year. So like it's right around the corner. The fact that they've kept this game quiet for that long blows my mind, man. Like, it's crazy. But I mean, I guess you get that with a franchise or that's not that big. It's just people don't really expect it. Kind of like Castle Miner Z just kind of snuck up on a revival on us, like without saying anything. The game's been gone for 10 years and it's like, here I am.
Pretty much. Still waiting on that too.
Yeah, for real. I think they done bumped the release date up. Well, I mean, they had to 2026 because we're here. Because I think it was supposed to be 2025 December. But, games be gaming here lately. It's just like they say they're going to be here, and it's like,
so I just play Battlefield 6. You'd be happy.
Yeah. Speaking of games getting pushed back, I mean, does it seem like GTA 6 is going to get pushed back again? Because I'm starting to have second thoughts now.
We'll see. Time will tell.
I'm starting to have second thoughts, and I'll tell you why. I think they're going to really hide behind the fact that they're going to release it on one platform, and that one platform is going to have so many dang growing pains that they're going to be able to skirt by with letting them kind of do the beta testing on the platform, and then whenever it gets polished enough, they'll put it on PC a year later like they have done in the past. What do you think about it?
I don't know. I just know it ain't gonna be on PC on release, which kind of like, come on.
Come on,
right?
Man.
Like, you know how many PC gamers want this game, and you're gonna make us buy a console if we don't have it.
Man, I hate that any developer does that now. I mean, it's kind of hard coming from a PC gamer because I mean there are probably hundreds of thousands of games that you console people don't have access to because you don't have Steam. But man, it just sucks that big AAA platforms just like gatekeep like that. Like
Well,
you said,
it's consoles who gatekeep. It's not PC because PC is not limited by anything.
right? Yeah, I mean, there's no the developers and licensing is so much easier. I mean, Steam. I'm pretty sure me and you could make a game and put it on Steam
We
tonight if we
can.
wanted to.
Anyone can.
Yeah, like yeah, it seems like, I mean, that was the big issue 7 Days ran into initially, was like the licensing issue. It seems to be such a big deal to get licensing from Microsoft or PlayStation Network, and that just sucks, man. Because there's so many titles out there that you guys are missing out on. There, I mean, there's a wealth of money that indie creators are missing out on by not being able to put their games on, console. Man, that was my favorite thing about Xbox 360 too, was just finding those dumb indie games on the Microsoft Store, man. Those were the best. Yeah, same for Steam, man. Nothing was better than hopping in some weird game playing as your Xbox avatar.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about Lunch Lady, dog, when we caught a midnight release of it.
Like, just randomly looking for something to play. That was, like, so much fun, too.
The VoIP on that game.
Man, it was so good.
That was like a gem. Like, if you got 3 buddies and y'all want to play a game, get Lunch Lady on Steam. It's like probably $7.
Probably. And you catch it on sale, it's probably like $2.
It's worth one night of your time.
Yeah.
At least, like, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, it's one of those games that, yeah, you'll probably just play it 1 or 2 times, but it is worth it. It's worth a good laugh,
Oh, absolutely.
Man, that's pretty much all we've got. This was just kind of an episode we threw together. It's been pandemonium in both our lives, but we're getting it back on the rails. We're going to be back to our we're back to our normal schedule now, but we're slowly getting back to our normal schedule. I'm going to just go ahead and apologize. I did it on the Snapchat for the lack of social posts. YouTube has been automatic, so whatever is on there is just what I've pre-planned for, a week ahead of time. But like TikTok, I'm sorry, I'm getting back into the swing of things. It's just been like hard to edit clips when you ain't got no power, dude. I was keeping my PC unplugged because there was a time there where my all night last night the power came back on, but every 8 minutes on the dot, just about, the power would cycle. So like it was constantly cycling every 8 minutes. I'm like, dude, that would fry my power supply if it was having to suffer through that. So I'm glad I unplugged my PC. My HVAC unit, on the other hand, we're gonna have to see. She ain't happy. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Cars and Health Bars podcast. Be sure to check out our sponsors. Go get you some coffee, get you some computer stuff, treat yourself this tax season. But with that being said, guys, we will catch you in the next one. Brother, what are you still doing here? Check out some of these social medias below me. If you're not following, go change that today.